Now, what we did so far, we have tested that there is an actual storage and the data inside storage are not null. And we have tested that we have either dark theme or light theme saved as settings in our database. Now we have, for the next section, after dealing with adding or toggling the wishlist, we're going to do this part. I'm gonna add here a new command. I'm gonna call it assert user has correct wishlist. So let's implement the command that's going to allow the user to toggle products. So I'm gonna do here wishlist command. I'm going to create actually two commands. The first one is gonna be assert user has correct wishlist, and the other one is gonna be called assert can toggle wishlist product index, the product ID. And perhaps it's a good idea to add here something like user is logged in. We will intercept this endpoint. So first we're going to toggle. In other words, we're going to add the wishlist because we don't have any items in our wishlist. So we need to look for the product card that we want to interact with. Let's scroll to this element. We're going to trigger an event. It's going to be mouse enter. So we need to find this. This is one test, and we're going to find the related button. We're going to click. We have to wait first of all for this action to complete, then get a response for sure. The response should be 200. We need to check the storage or the local storage and expect to not null. So if it's not null, we're going to parse the data. Afterward, I'm going to do here const authenticated user. So first of all, we have to make sure that the wishlist is an array. This is the first test. Now we need to check if the product that we have added is in wishlist. Use the function sum, takes in parameter an item. So product ID has to be equal to the product ID. The product ID is the newly created one. All right, test, it's going to be in wishlist, 2 and B, true. Let's run again, another test. If you want to check if we have the correct icon, Cypress, and get product index, and you will find the button should have a specific class that we are looking for, material design icon and heart. Now let's do the other way, which is removing the item from the wishlist. So let's wait for, let's do, for example, 1 second. Get the product, scroll, mouse enter, products menu action visible, be visible, and click on the button. So going to delete right now. Now we have the products in the wishlist. So it's going to be the same API endpoint. And we're going to make sure it has the correct status code, 200. And let's get the cached wishlist. Next, we're going to check if we have stored data. Then we're going to parse. So the same thing here, till in wishlist should be false. Material design instead is going to be heart and the outline. So that's pretty much it for the toggle wishlist. I'm going to delete this from the test because we, especially if you are running a fresh new test, we're going to end up with a brand new user, and the user is not going to be able to, it doesn't have predefined or already stored wishlist. So this is useless at this point. Now, I think that we're not going to need this assert is user authenticated because we're going to log in directly. So I'm going to create a new file. It's going to be called, or it's not a new file, so it's going to be in the home screen because we have added here write a test to assert that the authenticated user can toggle item to wishlist. So I'm going to delete this and let's describe our test before each. Launch the home screen, authenticate user, login. After login, we're going to wait for a while, can toggle wishlist. And the product that we want to do, let's check with the first one. It's going to be 1 and with the ID equal to. So what bothers me the most here is this authentication end-to-end test, because we need to make sure that the assertion is going to run regardless whenever we have an authenticated user or not. We're going to test first of all this end-to-end test. Let's go. First of all, it should close the window. It doesn't close the window after login. Here it's the right one. So it's going to be toolbar store, close model, try the test. Expected 401 to be equal to 100. So the problem here, there is a misconfiguration in Sanctum. So I have checked the documentation and we have overlooked a very important step of Sanctum configuration. Let's go to the app.php inside Bootstrap folder, and we need to add this middleware stateful API. Then we need to publish the configuration php artisan config and publish, and that's pretty much it, and your test should work. I just try to see this from the app, and I've checked some minor changes here in the first of all in the theming, especially in the theming. So in the auth store, for the reload theme, you have to reload exactly the theme that it's saved. It's not the opposite. So we have done in this, you have to swap this with this. So dark theme should be here and light theme should be here. And the toggle theme should be as it is. If it's dark theme is gonna is dark, and if it's light theme, it's gonna be light. Another thing that I have done, whenever we are authenticating, we need to reload the theme and assign the is dark theme to the toggle button. So inside the toolbar, I have just added this method set is dark theme from the theme of type string, and here we're going to, if it's a light theme, it's going to be false, otherwise it's going to be true. So the toggle is going to reinitialize from the current value of the theme. So let's run the test. Must not be null. With the same way, must not be null. So after a little bit of digging, I found, like always in this project, it's just typos. You have to make sure that you have typed the correct variable. So the problem here, it was inside the wish list. So let's go to the user controller, back in Laravel, and here I have done something like this. In both wishlist item ID and wishlist item ID, that was a small typo that caused the problem. So that was it. And let's go and run the app or run the test. This should toggle the wishlist. So I think that's pretty much it for the test. We have done not almost everything. Those are just the use cases that I have come up with for this tutorial. And there are actually a lot of use cases that you can do in this particular application. You can test in the search input that it's going to provide the correct suggestions. And after giving, for example, the suggestions, click on the first one and it should navigate, for example, to the product detail, and it should assert that has the correct detail. So this is just a use case. Just before wrapping up this first part of of our application, I have just noticed some few issues that we did not, again and again, it's a typo. So let's come back without further ado. Let's come back to the resource, not the products. Yeah, this is very important. In the products, I have done something like this, which is wrong. And again, it's a typo. You have to create an array of an array. So you have to add this, and the product detail should work. Yeah, this is wrong actually. We shouldn't do this. We have to get the product ID from the route. It should give us a number. Let's go back to the search result screen. So product store, it was under. Yeah, that's a stupid problem. So the screen is not centered, so we have to switch to justify center and align center, we are getting the current page from exactly the previous request. Oh yes, we have forgot to add page. Let's run again the first test, home screen. All right, so the second test and the last one. That was the OK way for end-to-end testing using some of the real data from real API call, which is not recommended, by the way. Next video, we'll do the right way. Happy coding!